the Secret King of OP16. Hello and welcome to the table, and today I'm back with another One Piece gameplay deck tech video. Today, talking about Sengoku, my new favorite purple deck. I love purple. I've always loved purple, except for Penelope, because that's not purple. But this deck, whoo, it's insane. I love it so much. You spend 8 Dawn, and you get 21 Dawn worth of cards. That's pretty solid. That's pretty good. Don't say Emu 2.0, because Emu stole Purple Sane, kind of, in a way, to play a bunch of big bodies or whatever. But anyways, holy crap, Sengoku is insane, because he is a 5k, 5 life, purple leader that has an activate main. You may return 8 of your active Dawn to your Dawn deck, which seems like a horrible, horrific cost. Except, when you do that, you get to play 3 Admiral type character cards with different card names from your hand. So what are these Admirals? What makes them so worth it that you have to return 8 of your Dawn to your Dawn deck? Well, first off, we got Kuzan, a 7-cost 8k brick that on play, you ramp 2 rested. And as an activate main once per turn, you can -1 of your Dawn to say one of your opponent's blockers cannot block for this turn. I know, super overwhelming. But yeah, this card, not insane. Nothing too crazy, but it is better than you think. It helps you close out games. It helps you be able to go for angles that you otherwise couldn't against decks that just love their stupid blockers. But this card, pretty freaking solid. It's not the best. In my opinion, it's the worst of the Admirals. But what are the other Admirals? Well, we got Borsalino, a 7-cost 8k brick. Then on play, you ramp arrested and you ramp inactive. Sweet. We are getting 1 active Dawn after minusing 8 active Dawn. Super good. But on top of that, at the end of your turn, you can -2 your Dawn to restand him, and he gets blocker. So he's kind of like baby Katakuri, you know, from OP11. That's absurdly stupid and broken and got banned in GULuffy. 8-cost 8k blocker that restands at the end of each of your turns, basically. This card is like a worse version of him. But hey, you get to ramp Dawn right off the get-go, and, you know, yeah, you're minusing 2 Dawn every turn at the end of every turn, except the first turn you play him, more than likely to give him blocker, but that's pretty freaking good, especially in tandem with Sakazuki, the easily best of the 3 Admirals, because Sakazuki here is a 7-cost 8k brick. I know, insane. But on play, you can minus a Dawn to give one of your opponent's characters -6k power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Now, I will say exactly just how good of an effect that is in a moment, but it is already good, just off face value. You -6k to something for an entire turn cycle, that's like a mini Fire Fist, which is one of the best cards in Lucy and kind of in red right now, on an 8k body. That, oh, by the way, says as an activate main, once per turn, you may rest 1 of your Dawn cards, which, hey, you get an active Dawn back with Borsalino. When you -8 with your Sengoku to play all these guys, Borsalino gives you 1 active that you can use to spend for the Sakazuki activate main right off the get-go to, if your leader has the Navy type, ramp 2 active Dawn. And that is an activate main once per turn. So you can do that every turn on your turn. Every single turn to ramp 2 active. That's insane. That is insane to me. So pretty freaking insane. And, you know, on top of being able to minus something by 6 for the next turn cycle, basically, if you have 2 Dawn open to you to use, which, with Sakazuki, you're going to, you could use that to play Gum Gum Lightning, a secret tech card that I've seen some people run that I absolutely love. I love this card, because it, while being a 2-cost main event, so it does nothing for you outside of its main effect, so it's a brick, And on top of that, you have the -2 Dawn on top of spending 2 Dawn. But, as a main, you get to KO one of your opponent's characters with 6k power or less. And it triggers the ramp inactive, which is actually pretty valuable. But, you can, with Sakazuki and the Gum Gum Lightning, KO a 12k body. A 12k body. On top of Sakazuki being able to ramp you back a ton of Dawn every turn. So, I think that's a pretty solid combo. That's a pretty sweet combo there. So the deck can kind of be split up into a couple of different categories. You got the Admirals, obviously. But you need 3 different cards to come together in order for Sengoku to work. So, in order to make that possible, we got Searchers. And we got a lot of Searchers. So to start off that train, we got Kobe. A 1-cost 2k, 1k counter on play top 5 Searcher. For any card, Navy card, other than Kobe. Just a typical top 5 Searcher. Pretty standard. Then, you got Suru, which is a 2k counter. It's the same thing as Kobe, but it's a 2k counter, which is great. But you have to trash a card from your hand after you do the search. So it's unfortunate. It's kind of an emergency use searcher. So take that for what you will. But then you also have one of the best cards that has ever been printed as far as searchers go. Buddha Sengoku. A 1-cost main event that looks at the top 5, gets you 2 Navy type cards, puts them into your hand, and you have to trash a card. So yeah, this deck does have 26 bricks. 12 of which being Admirals. But hey, with Buddha Sengoku, you can trash a useless brick from your hand, like a Gum Gum Lightning if it doesn't work out, or maybe a Marineford, which is a 1-cost top 5 searcher event for a Navy card. This is a 3-up, by the way. And as an activate main, you can minus a Dawn, rest the stage to draw 1, trash 1. So it allows you to cycle and search. And by the way, if you count, 4 with Kobe, 4 more with Suru, 4 more with Buddha, 3 more with Marineford. That is 15 searchers. 15! So you're getting the 3 Admirals. Okay, that's good to know. Then you have ramp, because you want to search for the Admirals, right? And you want to get to them as fast as possible. So we got ramp. This deck prefers to go first. So you can go Kobe, or something like that, into more searchers, maybe swing 6k, maybe swing 5k, and then you play either a Sengoku, if you need to still look for Admirals, or Garp. Now, Garp is a 5-cost 6k, 1k counter that on play ramps inactive and ramps arrested. Super good. I mean, yeah, if you're going first, you play the Garp, you're at 9 Dawn next turn, but that just means that you have 1 more Dawn to work with, which means that you can very efficiently get to 10 Dawn on the next turn. Yeah, you'll have 1 rested, but then you can more effectively use the Sakazuki -1 Dawn on play and not feel as punished by it, which I think is great. So I like Garp quite a bit, and hey, 6k body that counters for 1, that's solid. I like that. And you have Sengoku, which is a 5/5 2k counter that on play, you draw 2, trash 2, and ramp 2 rested. Very simple, very good. One of the best 2Ks that Purple maybe has ever gotten. Now, yeah, your leader has to have the Navy type, but still, pretty busted. Then, if you are going second, not as efficient for you, but you go, Kobe and Marineford, or Kobe Buddha, into Rosinante. 2-cost 1k counter blocker. That is basically the Bon Clay of this deck, which you could potentially run as like a 2 of. I think you could run it as a 2 of. I don't think you need to. Or you could run this as like a 3-2 split, like a championship list that I'm basing this off of to a certain extent. But basically, it's a 2-cost 1k counter blocker that can cost 4, so then ramp arrested Dawn. So it's kind of like a 4-cost ramp arrested chump blocker, which is solid. I mean, it's not the end of the world, broken, busted, and bonkers kind of a card, but still, it's just solid. It helps the deck function and be efficient, which is great. But then, that's pretty much the entire deck. You also have the 3 Admirals and Sanji. Sanji is just like another good 2K counter that in emergency case situations can be, if you're down a lot of Dawn against your opponent, like you just played a bunch of Admirals, and you need to basically just get another card on board and a blocker at that, then boom, Sanji is a 6K blocker that costs 3. But otherwise, it's just a 2K counter. It's not searchable, but it's just a nice card to have sometimes. What you could potentially run instead, which I do agree is a better card most of the time. I just personally like the Sanji more because I like Sanji and I like budget lists more than I do expensive lists. But you could run Mamaragon instead of Sanji, which I think works quite a bit better with Sakazuki in general. You can minus something by 6. Then you can use Mamaragon to rest a 5K or less. Yeah, you get the minus 2 Dawn, but you get to draw a card. And it can counter for 1 and then draw you a card if you have 6 or less Dawn on your field. So it's good. It's kind of a 2K sort of counter if you draw counter. But the card, it's really good. And in ways I think is a lot better than Sanji, but I just prefer Sanji because I just love Sanji and I hate Penelope. And this card's a 2K always, and this card's like sometimes a 2K, but it does a lot more. It has some good utility uses. But this card also costs $14 and Sanji costs $1. So take that for what you will. But then you got 3 Admirals as a 3 of, which is just a 1 cost 4K counter event. If you have an Admiral type character in play, which is generally always going to happen. And has a main effect to rest 3 of your Dawn to give 3 different Admirals plus 2K power each. So you basically, boom, 10K, boom, 10K, boom, 10K. Swing into the opponent. It's a really good closer. It could be a good counter. I think it's a solid 3 of. I think 3 Admirals and Marineford are a good 3-3 split. You could go Marineford as a 4 of, and then 3 Admiral event as a 2 of split. I think that's fine. I just prefer the 3-3 split because with the deck having 26 bricks, having 3 4K counter events instead of 2, it's a small thing, but I think it just makes the deck slightly more efficient when it comes to countering sometimes, which is valuable. But that's a deck. I think it's a very solid deck. I think it's a very fun deck. I think it is one of the most fun decks that has been made in a very long time. It is not more fun than Brook in some ways to me, but in ways is a lot more fun to me because I just love purple. I love Graveyard Shenanigans, but I kind of love purple more sometimes, most of the time. But I think this deck is incredibly, incredibly consistent. You almost always see all 3 Admirals. You almost always get the curve that you want. The main thing with the deck is just knowing when to minus Dawn for certain effects, when to play certain cards, when to trash what, when to counter, and then what numbers to swing in for. So you have to be really... The deck plays itself in a lot of ways, but you just have to be smart with how you counter and how you kind of filter through your hand and swing. So I think it's super fun. I think it's very good. I think it is the secret king of OP16. And let's get into some games and see why I am saying that. Because trust me when I say, this deck can do some work. Alright. Going up against Buggy. Man, it's been a while since I've gone up against this guy. I imagine they're probably gonna go second. Well, they're probably debating if they want to go first and take first away from me. Who knows? I know I want to go first, and they went first. Okay. Well, we got Rosinante. We got 1 Admiral. We do have a Searcher and Kobe. So I think we just gotta hope that we can get what we need from this hand. We got a 2K, which is decent. Alright, come on. Okay, we got a Kuzan. Or Kizaru. Or we could Buddha to try and find both. And I think I'm going to be a tiny bit risky. I don't care. I don't care, and now I care. Ah, crap. Marineford and Garp. Crap. Okay, this is officially not good. Very risky, that play was, and, I highly regret it. That ramp's inactive? Yep. I am gaining that active Dawn right now. Garp, right? So, I have one active Dawn. Let's just go 5 in life. Come on. Come on. Counter. Give me cards. Dang it. Okay. Garp. Gain inactive. Gain arrested. Play Marineford. Okay. No Sakazuki here. This is good. Now, what is not good is that we're losing 2 other admirals. That ain't great. But it's okay. 7. Alright, we just gotta hope. We just gotta hope that we can get a Sakazuki. So what I'm thinking is, I'll have 1 Dawn to use Kobe. If I don't find a Sakazuki, which I would be surprised by, I can minus the Dawn that I rest to draw 1 trash 1. And I'm probably going to take 1 life. If I don't find a Sakazuki there, it just was not meant to be. It just was not meant to be. This is kind of terrifying. It is kind of sad that I didn't get to use Gum Lightning. It is a little unfortunate. Alright, 6. And they have 2 Dawn, which means they'll probably go 7. Or they play another 2-drop and go 5. Either way, I'm countering for 2. Yep. Resolve. Suru. Okay, Sakazuki, thank God. Do I still play Kobe? No. I don't think I need to. Actually, maybe I do. Because it would be really good to help manage these little guys. Is that crazy? I get it. They replace themselves with the 6K, these guys. But at the same time, I mean, these are just kind of, they're 2Ks out of hand. They're going down cards in hand. Let's just play another one. Get another Sakazuki. Love it. Now, if I can get a... anything. Actually, cancel. Let's go... Nah. Let's just use Sengoku. I'm sorry that I'm taking forever, everybody. It is early in the morning. It is very early in the morning. Gain inactive. Gain arrested. Minus a Dawn. Minus that by 6. Use. Gain 2 active. Alright. So now, I can go 6 and 7. Probably could have done the math to where I would have figured out that I could have done that anyways. But, I mean, the opponent knows exactly what's going to happen. So, it's okay. Do I minus 2 Dawn? 6. I go up 2. Up to 7. What if I minus? I don't think I can do this Sakazuki next turn, so I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. It's a little unfortunate that I actually had to get rid of the rested Kobe. Maybe. I don't know, honestly. Because the opponent might have had to waste a swing. To be fair, I don't think they would. Okay. Counter for 2. I'm honestly kind of fine going down the 2 life if they're going to be really aggressive. At the same time, though, if they just go 6 at me and I take, that is kind of sad. Just a little bit sad. But it's okay. It would be very cool if we could get a Gum Gum Lightning out. Like draw one of those. That would be very cool. Getting off that combo. I would love to get off that little combo. Now, granted, I'm not like getting rid of a 12k, but I could basically get rid of an attack and then pop another one of the prisoners, which would be really cool. But whatever. Alright, and the opponent, unfortunately, is going to be able to hit. And they got a chump blocker, and I got a lot of bricks, which means I'm going to try to cycle out said bricks. Sakazuki, right? Spend 1, gain 2. And then I'll spend... Well, let's do this first. Go 2 into Daz. Because they're going to block with the Ivankov anyways. If I can get rid of this, then at least I'm getting rid of one of their attacking bodies. I think that's worthwhile. Yep. And they are losing 2Ks out of hand. Now, granted, there's like 50 of these in the deck. But hey. They also have a 4K counter event, which is of note. Or a 3K counter event. Alright. Spend 7. Minus 6. And then let's use Marineford. Minus a Dawn draw card. Dang it. Trash. Honestly, a Marineford. Play the Buddha. Alright, get a 2K. And then a Kobe. Or a Sakazuki. I don't think a Sakazuki's gonna matter. Let's just go like that, I guess. I don't know. Trash a card. I'll just trash a Rosinante. Okay. And then use this guy to gain 2 active. And then what? They could also have that one card that bounces an active character. I should have kept that Kobe on board. Ugh. I should have kept that Kobe on board. Dang it. I forgot about that card. Alright. Swing with Garp last. Swing with Garp last. Oh, wait. Kuzan? Do I use Kuzan? Yes, I'm going to use Kuzan. Might as well, right? Get more cards out of their hand. Probably doing quite a few misplays in this game. Yeah, more than likely. But I don't care. And then one more 8. Probably should have kept 1 Dawn up, realistically, for the 3 Admirals event. But at the same time... Oh, never mind. Alright, swing for 6. Oh, he gave me quite a few cards. I return 2 Dawn, restand. So you have to hit me basically, like there have to be 4 things that hit me that are capable of hitting me, and you have 3 good swings, 1 really bad swing. So unless you can get rid of this Borsellino blocker and be able to swing enough plays to hit me 3 times to where I can't counter, I just don't see a world where this goes well for the opponent. I don't think they can kill me this turn, and I think I can definitely kill them next turn. Though I am still going to play around that one card that I can't remember the name of. That basically it's like a 1-cost event that if your leader has the Impel Down type or something like that, it counters for 2k, which is a horrible rate, but then you return an active character to the owner's hand, which, when this is your board, you don't want to return anything, but whatever. Alright, so they only have 8 Dawn. They haven't even gotten to 10 Dawn. I just realized that. 6 in the life. Do I take the free block? No. What I will do is counter for 2. In case, for some reason, that matters. Okay, Miss Olive. Do the stuff of the things. Uh-huh. I would be surprised if they, play a 6k with the Buggy right now, because they need all the 2ks they can get. See, this is the good thing about getting rid of all those weenie bodies earlier, is that it got 2ks out of their hand. Oh, but they play 1 anyways. This is good. This is very good. I will give you a 1k. Okay, 9 Dawn. What I will do... To make 3 Admirals plus 2k. So what is the math there? Yeah, the opponent concedes. Because it's like, I'm just trying to think of what that math would be. You spend 4 plus 2k to each of these, and then that would leave me with 5 Dawn left. But I can minus 1 Dawn with the Marineford, go up 2 more Dawn, basically. And then, or go 1 Dawn, I don't know. I would have like 6 Dawn to use or something like that. So I have 3 10k swings. And then like 3 8k swings. I think that's right. Something like that, and the opponent cannot get out of that, as you could tell, which is awesome. So let's get into some more games and see what else Sengoku can do. Alright, going up against Green Blue Luffy, which means that Kobe's are super valuable. And even though they want to go second, I could go second. How good is that for me? I'm just going to go first anyways. It's fine. I don't really like that hand. Alright, this hand is better-ish. Mostly because of the Buddha event. Alright, Borsellino and then Kobe. I think that's pretty fair. And then what to trash? Probably a Rosie. And then opponent's turn. Alright. Yep, Bone and Clay. And, oh. I mean, this Galdino is pretty insane. To be fair, it is a pretty insane card. So that's not great. Let's play Kobe. Kobe can get himself, right? Other than Kobe. Dang it! I was saying I could grab Kobe here. Play another Kobe. I could get rid of these. It is annoying that that's a 3k. Okay. Buddha. Play Buddha. Still no Kizaru. What the heck? Okay. Well, at least I got Borsalino. Well, I have a Borsalino. Crap. Get a 2K and Sengoku? I think that's good. Because I already got 2 Sakazukis, I don't necessarily think I need another. And play another Buddha. And get, there we go, Kizaru. And then... do I get a Kobe just to have good, efficient plays into these guys? Maybe. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Alright, then what to trash? I don't really want to trash any of these cards. But I think, weirdly enough, I'm going to trash Sengoku. And I'm going to go 5 in life. This is a weird hand. This is a weird hand. Not gonna lie. This is a really weird hand. 5 in life. I take. Alright. Sanji. Good to see. Emporio Ivankov. Got it. Playing what? Playing Das Bones. Okay. Are you gonna swing? Nope. They're not swinging. That is smart of them, to be fair. We got Gum Gum Lightning. This card could do a lot of work, potentially, in this matchup. I don't know. Let's go 5 in a life. I know I'm playing this deck slow, guys. I'm very sorry about that. It is very early in the morning. For once, it's not late at night. And I am just a little tired. Just a little tired. Let's... what should I grab? Just a Suru. I think that's good. It's a lot of 6K swings, so I think a Suru is very fair. I got 2 2Ks and then a bunch of bricks. Alright, they are swinging, which is good to see. In the sense that, hey, I can swing into their board. That is nice. And this will be 6. That'll be 6. I can go 2K, 2K, 5K. Or they replace it. So they're doing that kind of a game plan. 5. Did they restand already? I don't think they did. But maybe this tempts them to restand and swing. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Take it. And it's a 2K. Did not get punished. Swing with it. Swing with it. Swing with it. Swing with the Daz Bones. Yes. Let's go. Counter. Let's go. Okay. Let's get rid of the board. 2K. Hopefully, get rid of the board. Are they going to block? I was going to say, there's no way they're blocking. I should have swung into the Bon Clay. I don't know why I'm not swinging into the Bon Clay. I go into the Das Bones. Alright, good. Now, this is going to be a big old number. -8. Play boom, boom, and boom. Replacing one of the Kobe's. I'll gain 2 rested. I'll gain an active and a rested. And then I'll -6 there. And then I could gain 2 active. Oh, it's really greedy, but I think it could be a really good play. Okay, go 7. I'm gonna try something. Oh, the opponent's gonna hate this. -2. Pop. 4 Dawn. I am not minusing 2 more. I know that this could be a very bad play. But here's the thing. They don't really have a board now, which is really good. They also have 7 cards in hand, yes, but only 2 life. I could overwhelm them a lot next turn. Potentially. Now, I don't have a lot of Dawn to my name either. Boa Hancock. That's not great. That's not great, but at the same time... well... not a fan. But still, they could... And they're only going to be able to hit me once this turn. Maybe they go for Garp. Hopefully they go for Kobe. I don't know why they would at this point. But hopefully they go for Kobe. And that's not great. No! Damn it! You got rid of 2 of my guys. 2 of them. Alright, well. Spend 1, gain 2. So this is 7. Unfortunately, this Sakazuki is not going to be great. But hey, let's go 5 and a life. And they... See, this is the worst thing. They could have that stupid counter event that gets rid of one of these and bounces it back to my hand. Which would really suck. And is an argument to not even swing at all this turn. But I have to. Because I need to be aggressive and try to just kill them now. Or get close. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Okay, thank God. Go 8 in a life. Maybe they take. They only have 4 cards in hand. This is a good thing. This is good. Oh. Okay. 8. Maybe. Maybe they take. Maybe they do. And if they do, okay. We are minusing 6 to that Boa. End of turn, we're going to minus 2 Dawn and make this Borsa a blocker. We are not chancing a single thing right now. And holy crap, I'm just simply horrified. Because this deck, I have seen the explosive capabilities of it, where it swings 12 times in 1 turn. And this deck cannot outlast that. So, I mean, look at it. It's flooding the board. It is flooding the board. Alright. So we are going to have to kill them on this turn. I'm kind of surprised that they're dumping their hand. Now, granted, they have a blocker. They're doing this now. Okay. Are they going to do it here, too? I wouldn't be surprised by that, honestly. Because then that Boa would be a 5k swing. Or you could do that. Even though this Buggy can't swing. Restand-ons. Yep. 5. What is that? That's 8. I'm just gonna block. It's a free block, so... I don't know. 6 Dawn. Cost 7, cost 7, cost 7. So, if they have a Luna, that won't be great. But, yeah, no, it's simply if they have Luna, that won't be great. But does this deck play Luna? 10. Fudge. Yeah, that goes. That does go. But that means they don't as likely have... Well, that did not go great. Okay. So this is 8 on. Dang it. See, and the worst thing is, this one Dawn could be that stupid event, and that is when it attacks. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a lot of swings next turn. Can I live another turn? Realistically, probably not. I should not have blocked with that Borsellino. That's what I'll say. I should not have blocked with that Borsellino. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think what I have to do is pray, gain inactive, gain no rested. And then -2 Dawn. I'm not going to swim with that in case they have that event. If they have that event and I swim with this Sakazuki, I immediately lose. I'm not going to block. I'm instead going to counter. This is not great because I think that means that they have that event. They have that event that restands all the guys. And if that's the case, I'm going to lose this game. No question. And I'm not using this Borsa blocker unless I absolutely have to. 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. So, technically more than that with this Galdino. But I could not have gone for game last turn. Cost of 9 or less cannot be rested. That's not great. That's not great. But they only have 6 Dawn now. Unless they restand. No, that's not a good sign. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. No! Please. Please tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me you don't have it. Don't they have to have 5 different names? Yes! They don't all have different names. They don't all have different names. Yes! Thank God. Oh, the opponent misplayed. Oh, they misplayed just like me. I should have never blocked that Borsellino. And they should have never played that event. Oh my God. If I didn't block that Borsellino on their last turn, I probably would have been able to kill them last turn. And yeah. Yep. GG's. 2K. They didn't have that stupid event. I was playing around that event for no reason. That's great. Yeah, if I didn't block with that Borsellino, then I would have 1000% been able to kill them on that last turn. But, because of that stupid misplay, my opponent made a stupid misplay, and then I beat them anyways. Barely. So, basically, against this deck, don't block with the Borsellino unless you have to, dang it. But holy crap. Let's get into another game. GG's to the opponent. I am so sorry, opponent. If you ever watch this video, I am so sorry. Thank you for making a giant misplay like I did. And let's get into another game. Alright, going up against Teach, who also wants to go second. But I'm gonna go first. This is not a great hand. This is a much better hand. Holy crap. Let's play Buddha. And get Borsellino and a Kobe? Or Marineford? Let's get Marineford. I think that's fair. Probably. Maybe. I have no idea. Trashing what? Do I trash Kobe? Yeah, I'm gonna trash Kobe. Next turn, I'll play Marineford and I'll play Buddha. Full of lead, okay. Trashing full lead, okay. Hey, they are down one card currently. I mean, I still think this full lead is absolutely busted in Teach. And I think this deck isn't as good as people say it is. I don't think this deck is complete yellow slop. Because there is a version out there that I think is actually better than most versions that people play that don't even play Borsellino. Which I might show on the channel at one point if you all want. Because I actually do enjoy that version. At least slightly. Cost 6 or less. Well, conveniently 7. Not Rosie. Let's just play... Should I go 5 or 6? Let's just play Marineford. Alright, grab that Sakazuki. Then play... Do I even need to play Buddha? Yes, because I need better ramp for next turn. I do not have better ramp for next turn. Buddha and Suru. Yeah. Trash Rosinante. And then I will play this. Okay. Get a Sengoku and another Buddha, I guess. And I will trash Buddha. And then I will go 5 and a life. Okay. So I do have, technically, one ramp piece to play next turn. But it's not the one that I would prefer. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of that Rosinante, but at the same time, it can be rested with the Vasco shot, so I don't really see the point. You're trashing a Teach. Okay, that's terrifying. What is in your hand? Do you just have a lot of those Teaches? See, I've played this deck. And even if you have a lot of these in your hand, even if you have like 3, it still almost feels bad to trash it in some matchups. Like, maybe even in this one. 5. Take. Okay, Rosinante. Potential. 5. Why are you swinging with this Vasco shot? Is my question. I'll counter for 1. Why are you swinging with the Vasco? Also, never punished. And I get that you go up a card, but that's a perfect and really good redirect. I feel like that's just not I just don't think that's a good line. I don't know. Maybe that's crazy. Alright. Gain inactive, gain arrested, and pass. They also have Lafitte, which they'll probably use this turn. I'm surprised they didn't use it last turn, because then that would make me not want to swing into the Vasco shot. And then, you know, that would make that play a little bit better. I don't know, but it just that's weird. Now, granted, they couldn't have done that because the Dawn didn't work out, but still, that's just... Huh. That was interesting. That was interesting. Okay, they're using that now. Which means, also, what did they get? They got a teach. And they got a teach. They got teach and teach. They got the 8 teach and the 10 teach. I probably should have been looking at the opponent's last searches. Lafitte. Dang it. What is it? Another 8 teach? I don't really think you need multiple of these sometimes. That Katarina Devon is annoying, though. That Katarina Devon is incredibly annoying. 5. I will take... question mark. No, I'll take... That seems like a good play. Right now, that seems like a very good play. Please redirect. Please redirect into the Devon. Dang it. Okay. So, let's do the Buddha. Let's do the Buddha thing. Play the Admirals. No. Okay. Gain inactive, gain arrested. Gain 2 rested. Honestly, I'm gonna minus 6k to that, Katarina. Because then it won't be as good of a swing next turn. And I am perfectly fine with that. And then go... Ooh, I could go 9. Is that a good play? I think so. 9 into life. Let's just rush down the opponent, is the way that I look at it. Let's just rush them down. I am not going to minus Dawn because I don't think I need to. So next turn, potentially, I could kill the opponent. I could very likely kill the opponent next turn. Because I would have 6, 7, 8. I would have all 10 Dawn next turn. I can... Alright, they heal, which is annoying. But, what event could they have, or what trigger could they have that would really disrupt my plays next turn? Van Augur could be annoying, but that gives a minus 3k. They could have the Vasco, but that rests something, so I'll attack with Garp first. And I just can't see many of their triggers doing that much. In case this matters, I will counter for 1. Maybe I should hold on to that. I don't know. Okay. Gain 2. So I have 9 Dawn to work with. Do I go for game this turn? This deck doesn't have a lot of good counter. And they only have 1 to redirect. Now, I can just get rid of a lot of cards from their hand. And I think that's valuable. A lot of their resources, a lot of their tools, I think that's valuable. 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 8 and 8. 8 with the Gop. They're redirecting immediately. This is a good sign, potentially. This is 4, right? Okay. 8. Yeah, they gotta get rid of a lot of cards from their hand. They could counter out of this. Maybe. I mean, they realistically probably can. It might not be super efficient. How many 2Ks? They take. Okay. And their trigger is not useful anymore because it was probably something like a Vasco shot. Maybe a teach. I don't really know, honestly. Let's just try this. Boom, boom, and boom. And go 10 into life. And then go... Why'd that not go? 10 into life. There's no way they don't have the counter. But hey, 10 into life. Okay, 1K. 2K. You need 3 more counter. Do you have 3 more counter? There's no way the opponent doesn't. I'd be so surprised by that if they don't. It may have been valuable to hold on to the Gum Gum Lightning. Maybe to get rid of the Katarina. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah. Yes, it is incredibly annoying because they might be able to get rid of 2 of my guys. But I think it's okay. -2 Dawn. Okay. I have a blocker. So, I don't know. Maybe that matters. In case it does. 10 Dawn. They could have that 10 cost teach. They probably do. They'll probably play it. And then they could negate the Borsellino. They should negate the Kuzan. They should. But will they? 10? Yeah. I am not gonna block. And then 2K, 1K. Okay. Do you have the thing that takes 1 of my life and then into a 10 cost teach? Because that could be a potential line here. Because right now you cannot play the 10 teach, which is what you want to play this turn. Maybe, kind of. I don't really know. 10 again. No blocker. 2K, 2K. I'm not letting any of my dudes die if I can help it. Borsellino. Of course it is. Of course it is. If it's in the Sakazuki, it's in the Kuzan. I still think I block. Because this negates the Borsellino, and I think that's worth it. So I will block. Yes, it's unfortunate because I'm getting rid of an 8K body either way, but it's fine. Okay, so this teach was a line. Now, granted, this is probably a slightly... Okay, 1K. Slightly better line. Who knows? Alright. Let's... Kuzan. Yeah. Yep. They could not have done anything there, because it's like, hey, I can make that no block, and then I can use Sakazuki to go up Dawn, so then I would have all the Dawn, and then, yes, this actually would have been incredibly annoying. The San Juan Wolf would have been incredibly annoying, especially if they had a lot of counter in hand, but they didn't. So it was probably this teach that they had in life. So they were really on this teach, which I think you only ever really want to see 1 or 2 of in a game, too, if you need to heal more. And you just want to see as many of these as possible. I don't know. I've played teach, and yeah, after you spam all these 10 cost teaches, this Borsellino is nice. But it's honestly, like, almost unnecessary. I don't know. The opponent also didn't really play a lot of what they wanted. They didn't really get to do a ton. They got to their 10 Dawn turn one time, and then I would have killed them. And they almost didn't make it to their 10 Dawn turn, it seems like, because that they just searched, that they probably drew, and that was the only counter that was probably left in their hand, maybe. So, 1k more counter, I don't know. But anyways, I think this is a pretty freaking good showcasing of Sengoku, the new purple king. I hate an L, and I don't consider that purple. Penelope. But yeah, check out the rest of my OP16 videos right here. Check out my OP16 pack opening series that will be starting soon. But currently my OP15 pack opening series right here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's completely free, you won't regret it. And I will see you all there. Enjoy.